Beyond words. Learn English with a podcast. Have you ever felt like love is supposed to be simple, but somehow in today's world it feels like a complicated mess, especially if you're a 90s kid, somewhere between your late 20s and mid-30s? We were told love will come naturally, but what we got is a world full of dating apps, trust issues, pressure to settle, and the fear of wasting time. This video isn't just about dating, it's about the invisible pressure of having it all figured out. Let's talk about why love feels heavy, especially now. It's not just in your head. Dating really has changed. We live in a time where almost everything is accessible. You can meet someone from across the world with a swipe. You can chat all night without ever meeting in person. You can fall for someone without even knowing their last name. But even with all this access, why do we feel so disconnected? Because somewhere along the way, dating stopped being about connection and started becoming a checklist. Do they have a stable job? Are they emotionally available? Are they trauma-free? Are they good with money? Are they ready for marriage? It's no longer just about love. It's about risk management. People are not looking for romance. They're looking for security. We don't fall in love the way we used to. We evaluate, compare, overthink, and scroll. We fear wasting time. We fear heartbreak. We fear being the only one who feels too much. And so, we begin to date not from the heart, but from a place of fear. Fear of settling. Fear of settling too late. Fear of being alone forever, or worse. Fear of choosing someone who turns into a stranger. It's exhausting. It's confusing. It's emotionally draining. Because we're no longer searching for a person to share joy with. We're searching for someone who will make us feel safe in a very unsafe world. And that's not a bad thing, but it changes everything. People today don't just want love. They want love that doesn't burn them, love that doesn't break them, love that feels like breathing, not drowning. In the past, relationships were built over time. Now we expect instant compatibility, instant trust, and instant peace. But real connection takes time, and time is the one thing modern love rarely gives. If you were born in the 90s, you're part of a generation that carries a strange kind of weight. We were the last to grow up without smartphones. We knew boredom. We knew handwritten letters. We knew what it felt like to fall in love slowly, face to face. But we were also the first to adapt to the digital world. We witnessed the rise of dating apps, social media filters, and online validation. We watched the world speed up, while our hearts were still learning how to keep up. That's why dating feels so hard. Because we were trained for something more real. But now, everything feels temporary, disposable. Like people are just one swipe away from replacing you. We live in a paradox. We're told, don't settle. Know your worth. But we're also told, time is running out. You're not getting any younger. We're expected to heal our trauma, build our career, support our family, stay fit, stay calm, stay beautiful, all while finding a partner who does the same. No wonder we're tired. No wonder dating feels like work. In our 20s, love was about butterflies. But now, in our 30s, love is about compatibility, about stability, shared values, and emotional intelligence for us. We're not asking, who gives me the most excitement? We're asking, who will stay when life gets hard? But here's the thing. That shift requires maturity, and maturity comes with loneliness, because the more you grow, the fewer people you connect with. Your standards rise, not out of arrogance, but out of self-awareness. And maybe that's why love hurts more now, because we know what we want. But it's getting harder to find. Some of us are afraid of heartbreak. Some of us are afraid of being alone. Some of us are stuck between healing from the past and hoping for the future. We carry silent fears no one sees. What if I never find someone who gets me? What if I'm too much? Or not enough? What if I missed my chance? But let me tell you this, You are not too much. You are not behind. You are not broken for struggling with love in a world that confuses it. You're just human, learning to love in a time when everything moves too fast, but hearts still need time to feel safe. If you're a 90s kid, what's one thing you miss about how love used to feel? Wherever you are in the world, Asia, Europe, the US, the Middle East, we're all feeling the same thing, loneliness, but not the kind of loneliness that comes from being alone. This is the kind that exists even when you're surrounded by people, even when you're talking to someone, even when you're in a relationship. It's the loneliness of not feeling understood, of not being truly seen. You can be texting someone every day, yet still wonder, do they even care? You can go on dates, laugh, smile, take pictures, and still come home with an empty heart. You scroll through Instagram and see couple goals, people getting married, engaged, having babies, and you smile. But deep down, there's that little voice whispering, why not me? Am I really that hard to love? What am I doing wrong? You try to stay strong. You tell yourself, I'm focusing on myself, I'm healing, I'm building. But some nights, you cry quietly under your blanket. You feel the weight of silence. You hug your pillow like it's the only thing that understands you. Not because you're desperate, not because you're weak, but because you have so much love to give, and no one to give it to. And maybe the most painful part is, you're not even asking for something extraordinary. You're not asking for fairy tales. You're just asking for someone who chooses you. Every day, in the small ways, with consistency, with effort, with presence. But the world today, it rewards detachment. It romanticizes low effort. It makes you feel like caring too much is a flaw. So you hold back, you suppress, you pretend you don't care. But deep down, you do. So much. You crave depth in a world that celebrates surface. You want real conversations in a world full of curated captions. You want someone to ask, how was your day? And actually listen. Someone who remembers the little things. Someone who doesn't make you feel like you're too sensitive. Someone who makes you feel like home, not like a test. And if you've ever cried in the shower, held back your tears in public, pretended to be okay when you were breaking inside, then let me say this to you. You are not alone. The world may feel cold, but your heart is still warm. And that is your strength, not your weakness. Breathe. Close your eyes for a second. And just let that sink in. You are allowed to want love that feels safe. You are allowed to wait for someone who doesn't make you beg for the bare minimum. You are allowed to protect your peace. This part closes with a soft whisper of hope. A subtle reminder that even if you haven't found your person yet, you're becoming someone worth finding. So now you know. It's not just you. It's not because you're broken or unlovable or doing it wrong. Dating feels hard because we're all walking around with guarded hearts, trying to love with hands still trembling from the past. So, what can we do? We start by letting go of the pressure to find the one, the pressure to be perfect, the pressure to have it all figured out by a certain age. Because love isn't a race, it's not a milestone. It's not a finish line you must cross before turning 30 or 35. Real love, it's slow, it's quiet. It arrives when you're not performing, when you're no longer trying to prove you're worthy. Heal gently, not because you have to be fully healed to be loved, but because you deserve peace within yourself first. Stop begging for the bare minimum. You're not asking for too much when you ask for honesty, effort, and presence. You're just asking the wrong person. Learn to enjoy your own company because loneliness fades when you become your own safe place. And when love does come, it won't confuse you. It won't make you feel like a second choice. It won't punish you for having a big heart. It will feel soft, like exhaling, like something you don't have to fight for. It will feel like, finally, someone sees me. Finally, I don't have to shrink. Finally, I can be loved and still be me. So until that day comes, don't numb yourself. Don't harden your heart. Don't convince yourself that love isn't for people like you. Keep your softness. Keep your hope. Keep your standards. But most of all, keep choosing yourself, because the right person won't be scared of your depth. They'll dive into it and feel at home. So, to all the 90s kids still trying to navigate love, you're not behind. You're just building something real. Please know, there's nothing wrong with you. You are not hard to love. You're just trying to love deeply in a world that's forgotten how to hold depth. Let the world keep rushing. You, take your time, heal slow, and don't lose the softness that makes you. Because when love finally finds you, the real kind, the quiet kind, it will feel like coming home. This was another moment from beyond words, where silence speaks and hearts remember how to feel again. Subscribe if you want to be reminded of what still matters. Share this with someone who needs to hear this today. And until next time, stay soft, stay human, stay beyond words.